playing small and getting far. I have a lot of information that when I connect to Gaia and I connect to the frequency of Earth and nature, it has its own frequency. The law of nature, the laws. I highly suggest right now where we're at in space time. Hold on, I need to set the grounds of the foundation. I want to clap, knock on wood. No harm to none. I believe in the law of one. So that means I stay in a neutral mode, and I'm here respectfully relaying messages is how I see it and how I feel it and how I remember it. Using law of universe, law of nature, law of one, cause and effect, so on and so forth. The belief system. I'm also part of the full disclosure program and have given the reins to come forward with this neutral information as I am seeing it, and like language is coming through as well. So I want to talk about something that is becoming quite apparent and quite an issue. No harm to none, for entertainment purposes only. Take what resonates, leave the rest. But nobody was really coming forward with this information, and now it's laying heavy on me, and I'm like, I'm not going to carry this burden with a mouth shut. So this is me relieving some of the burden, but also needing other people to relate and communicate about this. I do understand that they're trying to keep it's coming in as like a closed circuit. They're trying to keep my circuit, my light. They've been blanketing my light for a long time because they, she, whatever. I mean, whatever you want to label it. Other energies out there are worried that this truth is going to come through, and they know it does. And it's here, and it needs to be spoke about. So when I normally go off grid and I go in, it's a law of reciprocation. When you're a real sovereign being, human, innocent, sovereign being, and you are alive and you are awakened, I naturally am drawn to the harmony of nature and balancing its circumferences by doing so. And other things out there are going against different, in their language, it's going against, again, I'm the messenger, it's going against the law of reciprocated energy motion. And other universes out there and other levels of matrix that we should, if you're highlighted enough that you remember different circumstances from Atlantis to Tartarians to other different societies, we should know by now. And nobody is really speaking about this and where we're at in time space. And here's the whole shit and fucking caboodle. And it has a lot to do with 5G and 5D, so to speak. And so we have to, or things are going to get fucked up real quick. And we've already known this, and we've already done this before. And so it's like, who gets the reins to stand and say, somebody has to speak up for natural law. Somebody has to speak up for the vibration of nature, because now we have 5G, whether you call them fucking douchebags or door, I don't want to fucking care what you call them. Okay, we have 5G going out into nature, and it is abrupting. Again, no harm to none. All the operative systems out there, this isn't to shit can you, okay? This is to also stand up for natural law. And so we have a vibration out in nature now that is not normal high harmonic vibration, and it's disrupting the environment, the habitat, how the microorganisms, it's like we're allowing an organization to try to take over an organism, and that's not okay. Again, whether it's within us or outside of us, within nature, outside of nature, so on and so forth. So it's like there's a time and a place for everything, but you can't just take over how an organization is ran. And in the future and other timelines that I've foreseen, the radiation of certain technologies isn't supposed to it's an old treaty that's in the operative system of this time-space matrix. And they're supposed to go by what they signed up for, so to speak. And that's not to disrupt nature and natural law. And that's not what's happening now. Something tried to over-command the command center. or something. And it's like, that's not what's going to happen, because there's another cause and effect that's going to take place. Bing, bang, boom, fucking quick. You fuck around and find out is what's about to go down. And again, no harm to none, but you are not allowed. I mean, they're going to do it, and there's certain timelines. It's like, do that in your universe, but don't do that in the it's like, keep your reins in your fire. You see what I'm saying? But don't come at natural law again. Like, we've already done this before, and this isn't going down this way. You see what I'm saying? So who gets to stand up and say, as human beings, like, when do we get to throw in all the cards and say, this isn't right? The radiation that we're getting from phones, the radiation that we're getting from 5Gs, the radiation that we're now taking into nature, and so on and so forth. Like, when do we stand up and say, hey, this is disrupting an entire, not just operative system, environment? You see what I'm saying? Like, when's it enough? Now you done breached fucking command. You see what I'm saying? It's like you breached treaties that were put into play in this time-space matrix from the beginning of fucking time. Like, okay, so we want to see things rise, and we want to see things, evolution take place. But not over all race, not over nature, not over natural law. And that's what's being implemented very slowly. And it's like they're feeding it to us very slowly, and it's not okay. In the future, like, phones and different operative systems are no longer allowed because it fucked up a bunch of shit. We already know this from past timelines. And if you know, you know. And if you don't, like, I hope you fucking start cluing in. You must just be NPC. And that's what's going to eventually happen, is when this fucking reset happens, all the NPCs are going to go bye-bye. And then there's going to be only the real motherfuckers left. And some of us have to keep the coding from the old existence to the new existence so that we bubble a new fucking, it's okay to fucking evolve world. Again, I was handed the reins to deliver this message. It's weighing fucking heavy on me. But, like, when do we get to stand up and say, hey, this is not fucking okay? Now, I am for the law of one, so I'm not against any of the other operative systems out there. I want to make that fucking clear. But at the same time, you can't not stand for fucking what's right. And if you're not standing for what's right, then you fucking fell and folded a long fucking time ago, and none of your opinion fucking matters no more. You see what I'm saying? It's like, when's it enough? How far do we gotta go before all of a sudden Gaia itself just fucking deletes the whole fucking, the whole thing? How far do we have to go before we fucking, we're realizing, hey, it's way too far out of our hands, which is bullshit, because there's higher orders that are gonna fucking stand, and they will not continue to take this bullshit. Not when it starts fucking with the biosystem of the organism over an operation, over an organization. That it don't work like that. You can take your shit and go back to your shit. Don't fucking go down like that. Again, no harm to none. When's it enough? Please, somebody answer this question. Who gets to decide? Who gets to decide whether or not an organism can continue to grow in an environment? Species. You're just going to wipe out multiple species with your fucking 5G because you want to throw a control. It's like a little kid throwing a fucking fit. Oh, if I can't have control, I'll wipe out all. No, that will wipe you out. Again, no harm to none. This is just a story I'm trying to tell for entertainment purposes only. But when do we get to fucking decide, man? It's our right as an innocent, sovereign being on this land that's going to stand for the original treaty of what this time-space was built for. I can't be alone, yo. Either you know or you don't. You fucking fall, fool.